180 episodes out there, doing podcasting now for almost 3.5 years, and also been an entrepreneur and business for myself. I've got to tell you that if you're going to do one thing, implement one thing, change one thing in your life this year, forgetting all the other goals, all the other habits and all the other characteristics, if you're going to do one thing, get around the right people. The right people will make you eat the right things. The right people will get you to work hard at the right things. Getting around the right people will get you to level up. They will get you to become the best version of yourself, and they'll get you to think in a certain kind of way. These are the characteristics, these are the attributes, these are the things that you need to have and do if you're going to become a success in whatever field that you're in. So over 2021, it's fair to say that it was another testing year for individuals, companies, and pretty much everybody around the world. Part of my podcast, part of being a go-getter, part of being an entrepreneur is you need to set goals. And every single year, as we entered this new year, 2022, it's very, very healthy to set your goals, ambitions for the weeks, the months, and also the year, and even a 5 or 10 year plan if you can. But also something that I think we sometimes forget or oversee is exactly what we've learned and some of the challenges that we've gone through. And myself being a podcaster and interviewing athletes, go-getters, entrepreneurs, etc., I've had the pleasure of interviewing some really, really cool and insightful people, and I've learned a lot. There's all the cliche things that make people a success, no matter whether you're an athlete, no matter whether you're trying to build a company or just becoming the best version of yourself. There's something that stood out for me, which is very, very basic information. I've actually said it on my podcast many times over the last few years. But again, I wanted to reinforce it, not just for my audience, but purely and simply for myself as well. And that lesson and that one thing is about putting yourself in a target-rich environment and putting yourself in a circle that is going to uplift you. A few years ago, I done a podcast on having the right circle, and there are certain individuals that are going to drain you of your energy, and there's certain people going to radiate your energy. People that drain you are going to drain you from your belief. They're going to drain you of your confidence. They're going to drain you of your motivation and your momentum. And they're going to be the people who are polar opposite to that. They're going to radiate your energy. They're going to encourage you to push on, and they're going to encourage you to level up, step up, man up, woman up, and become the best version of yourself. The old cliche kind of view or saying is, if you want to go far, you can do it on your own. But if you want to go further in life, you need to do it with a team. And I absolutely second that. Having almost 180 episodes out there, doing podcasting now for almost 3.5 years, and also been an entrepreneur and business for myself, I've got to tell you that if you're going to do one thing, implement one thing, change one thing in your life this year, forgetting all the other goals, all the other habits and all the other characteristics, if you're going to do one thing and keep it simple, get around the right people. The right people will make you eat the right things. The right people will get you to work hard at the right things. Getting around the right people will get you to level up. They will get you to become the best version of yourself, and they'll get you to think in a certain kind of way. These are the characteristics, these are the attributes, these are the things that you need to have and do if you're going to become a success in whatever field that you're in. This is not just about finances, but the good thing about money, companies, building an establishment or a brand is you can kind of measure it. But even looking at your own life and just becoming a better version of yourself, having the right people around you is definitely going to help you achieve that. So for me, the takeaways that I've got with my guests over 2021, doing podcasting week in, week out, and most of those episodes were interviewing key individuals that motivated me, is looking at what they are doing and their habits are putting themselves around the right people. So for me, I'm going to be very, very conscious who's around me. if I believe that they are a drain in some capacity, and I don't care whether they're a friend or a family member, I've got to be selfish. The only way I'm going to achieve my goals and to become a happier version of me is cutting the people out that I believe are draining me and my energy. Now, with family members, you can't get rid of them completely, so keep them at arm's length. In order to achieve my wildest ambitions and to become a very, very, very tuned in version of myself, I'm going to put myself around the right people. People that almost make me feel slightly inferior. And that's a good thing, because if I'm at a much lower level to these people financially, health, fitness, well-being, confidence, belief, all that kind of stuff, I want to be around the people that are going to make me feel okay. I'm at a level and I'm fairly happy with that level, but I'm not content. And now I'm going to put myself around this person, so I'm going to become a bit more like that individual, bit more like that peer group, because I want to get to that next level. So my message is very clear. I'm not a financial guru. I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm not a Tony Robbins or a Zig Ziglar, but I am someone that learns, and I am someone that has flaws, and I am someone that wants to be better. And I know when I've looked back over the years, there are certain things that I've done that I cringe, certain people that I've been around which clearly have been sapping me and my energy. And if I'm going to take it down to a couple key things, or just one thing this year, is being around the right people. Because I tell you what, a great team, a great friendship group, a great family of people around you is the right environment to take you from one level to the next. It's the perfect ecosystem. It's the perfect rich environment that you need to actually achieve every single goal that you want to achieve. Now, obviously, on top of that is having the discipline, the work ethic, the belief, the motivation, education, implementing what you've learned, all that kind of stuff, even the language that you use, eating the right food, which is not going to drain you of your energy, but actually give you energy, training. But I think if you strip that all away, it's very, very difficult sometimes to stay on that unless you've got a peer group that you're accountable to, people that you respect. So 2022 is going to be a monster year for those who decide it's going to be a monster year. And I believe that if you can put yourself in that environment where you're with key winners, you're simply going to become a winner over time. It may not happen overnight, but you're certainly going to learn the traits, the habits, characteristics that you need to become this juggernaut, strong individual that you want to be. Because let's have it right. In 2020, when this coronavirus kicked off and lockdowns and all this uncertainty, it has made slightly certain individuals weak and other individuals very, very unsure about themselves. This is a stance to take this year. Enough is enough. I am going to become that stronger version, the mostly mentally in tuned version of myself. And how I'm going to do that is by being around equally strong individuals. And I believe that small tweak will lead on to massive, massive success. I read a book once, or I listened to a podcast once, which it said that you're only one skill away from doubling your income. And if you really think about it, that one skill or that one thing could be about your peer group. So 2022, I'm very excited about every aspect of my life. There's going to be definitely challenges. I'm going to welcome these challenges. There's going to be ups and downs. I'm going to welcome these ups and downs. I'm going to embrace anything that's going to get thrown at me. And how it's going to be easier is being around people that I've got, I'm rubbing shoulders with, shoulder to shoulder. I'm going to shoulder the down times with these people, and we're going to embrace any challenges and also the successes. So thank you very much for listening in. I've got some great guests coming up, and my message is always the same: be happy, never content. Thank you very much for tuning in.